when I was young and invincible, it just came from inside. But now I'm older, so I have to prepare. Like I have to sleep properly and like make sure I don't do anything crazy before shows.
Yeah.
But honestly, seryoso, the energy comes from me loving what I do.
Exactly.
Because if you truly love your art, even on the bad days, the energy will be there.
Exactly. And with your inspiration naman po, with doing magic.
Oh, so inspiration's weird, right? Because magic is so guarded in terms of an art form. It's very hard to learn the secrets of magic, right?
Okay.
That's the whole mystical, kahit no, right? So I had to pull inspirations from other art forms.
Okay. Like,
So when I tell stories on stage, that inspiration is actually my family, my own stories. When I pull my act is full of energy and comedy, that's more clowns and comedians, right? So I love watching movies and listening to music and just reading books, and anything I can pull that would add to my own magic act, I'll use it because now it's part of me. So
Yeah.
I'll even watch singers, I'll watch, dancers, and what can I do to add to my act to make it better? Because
of course.
I mean, you can agree, whenever you watch something, you could always learn something, even if it's what not to do.
Yeah.
Right? Even if you watch something bad, it's like, oh, don't do that. Because,
Of course. Exactly.
Or like, if you watch like someone who's really mayabang, you're like, don't be like that, right? So, in order to improve who you are and what you do, I think inspiration just comes from anything.
Yeah. And it's for me it's helpful to like watch other singers, watch other performers, and then you can use what they use that it helped them with the show.
Yeah.
So it's
Sorry. Like
Yeah.
real quick, even not performers. I
Yeah.
think one of my earliest ideas in magic, and I'm gonna sound crazy. I promise I'm not crazy. A little bit. Konti lang. When I was learning magic, I was babysitting my inanak, and I saw them play with bubbles. If you've ever seen a child play with bubbles, they go crazy. and I was, oh man, it was a long time ago, but I'll never forget. In my head, when people watch my act, I want them to act like that.
oh
I want them
Yeah.
to experience bubbles for the first time. And I think it's insane where you'll find inspiration, right? Because I was just at the park and like bubbles, there's like a $1 thing, and it changed my whole life.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Okay, so for the next question, what is the Magiqueros and what can you say about a Filipino representation?
How much time do you have? I'm just kidding.
We have a lot of time.
We're gonna need a couple days. The Magic Arrows is we call it the first super group in magic. It's basically 5 magicians, different styles, come together to form one group, one show experience. And you really see, when we were writing it, it's not just, okay, you do your tricks and then you do your tricks and then you do your tricks. At the end, we come together and we're talking to each other. And I think people love seeing a group of people, a group of friends interact with each other.
Yeah.
And I think that's the coolest thing, right? Where
Yeah.
you'll see, how can I relate this to the Filipino audience? Like the Avengers, right?
Of course.
You see the Avengers and they're talking and you're like, oh, this is cool. They're all very skilled, but when they come together, it's a stronger force.
Of course, yeah.
And we're all just like, imagine your uncles at the Filipino party, like drinking and gambling. That's just us. We're just cracking jokes. But we just do magic. And we've done magic for our whole lives, basically. What was the second part? What is the magic arrows and what does representation mean?
Yeah,
I
the
got it.
Filipino, yeah.
Yeah. In magic, there is no representation.
Okay.
We had to learn our tricks from, like, dude, I'm gonna get emotional. Sorry, it's weird.
Oh.
We had to learn our tricks in books written by people that don't look like us. We actually had to learn our tricks from books that written by people that look like the people that colonized the Philippines. You know what I mean? And having to carve your own way in like a world where you're supposed to be able to create anything you want. It's I don't know, it's saying something, you know. It's I think it's a very important thing.
Yeah. And it is very important. I felt that.
Cool.
Oh my gosh. So for the last question for you, what can you say to all the people who dream to create and express?
Pause for a dramatic effect. No, the hardest part is the start. Just do it. Don't care what other people think of you. I think if you're thinking about becoming an artist, if you're thinking about learning, if you're thinking about even as a hobby, your life would be much better than you doing it and failing, than you living your whole life and regretting it, right?
Exactly.
There's this famous magician, and he used to say, magic is love. So if I perform for you and if I fail, magic is love. If I fail trying to give you love, that's the best way to fail, right? And I think, man, the world is so great and it's just so filled with amazing, beautiful stuff and people.
Yeah.
So why not add to it?
And live our life to the fullest.
Yeah.
Nangyayari din talaga na yung iba naapektuhan sila on how others see them. And as an artist, I've been experiencing that a lot din since the beginning, di ba po?
Yeah.
Kasi since kanina po nasabi nyo na it's one of the hardest is yung the start, di ba po? Kapag nagsisimula ka, syempre andyan yung mga nagtatanong kung sino ba siya or gaano kagaling, di ba? But in our lives, we just need to give ourselves the best shot, di ba po? Every day, every single minute, and just offer everything to God, of course, and to everybody na nakasuporta sa atin.
Yeah.
Di ba po? Even isa lang yan. Meron na tayong, di ba po, sa family natin, marami-rami na rin.
Your family will love you either way.
Yes, exactly po.
You know?
So, never ever doubt yourself and believe in magic.